there's no love for the small intestine. Now, why does this matter? Well, as this review paper in Gut concluded, and I'll quote for you, it is important to note that we can live without a colon, but not without a small intestine. You can live without a colon, without a large intestine. You cannot live without a small intestine. And part of the reason for this, or reasons for this, is the small intestine has the largest surface area in the entire intestinal tract, which is why it absorbs the majority of nutrients and calories. We're talking 90 to 95% of your calories and nutrients are absorbed in the small intestine. The small intestine also contains the most gut receptors, the most immune receptors, and the most nerve cells. So think immune system, leaky gut, and motility. And this is also where in the small intestine, the highest degree of communication between your microbiota and the host, yourself, occurs. So it's crucially important to understand, while the gut microbiota is interesting, this is mainly assessing stool, which tells us about the colonic or the large intestinal microbiota, and it is not assessing 95% of caloric and nutrient absorption, the largest surface area of your intestinal tract, and where most of the immune cells and therefore leaky gut or permeability occurs. And this is what reconciles part of, well, you want a diverse colonic microbiota, therefore feed it with bacteria, feed it with prebiotics, which feed bacteria, and fiber. But some of those diets actively make people worse. This is because it's not taking into account what's best for the small intestine. So this is how we reconcile some of these disparities. So enter the low FODMAP diet. This meta-analysis published in Gut essentially found that for all of the symptoms studied, abdominal pain, abdominal bloating, distension, bowel regularity, for all of the symptoms that were measured, the low FODMAP diet ranked first. Now, I should clarify, this is for those who have symptoms, but it's very likely if you're watching this and you care about the gut microbiota, you have some symptom you are trying to improve, very likely digestive. We know that FGDs, or functional gastrointestinal disorders, affect about 40% of the US population. So there's a good chance that you have some digestive symptom. And if that's the case, you may not want to start with this sort of higher fiber diet. And this is where just keeping in mind a shorter term intervention on low FODMAP can really help to balance the microbiota, reduce symptoms, and then allow you to go to one of these diets that you prefer, whether it be Paleo Mediterranean or plant-based.